Hey everybody, in this video we're going to use Mevo Plus. Let's talk about getting the ball in play with everybody's favorite shot, the stinger. Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming at you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are getting ready to head outside with this unit, so I'm excited for that. We're going to be out there starting on the 29th of May. Got a whole list of things we're going to be shooting. People have requested to see with the Mevo Plus. Make sure you don't miss out on that by clicking that subscribe button down below. We're also going to start talking about getting ready to play golf. You know, everybody's getting out there a little bit more. Carts and all that stuff are coming back, so we're getting out and playing more golf. You've made the investment in getting this technology. Now, how do you use it to prepare yourself? And when you're looking at numbers and data, what can you do with this to make your game better? So we're going to start with that. I'm preparing. We're heading to Erin Hills, Whistling Straits on this coming Saturday. Excited to play both those courses in the same day. So I'm trying to get ready using this technology. I want to take you inside of that. So the first thing when I think of those golf courses is they're long, 7,700 yards, 7,600 yards on one of them. So that's first. The other thing is we got to get the ball in play. I think of hay. I think of all the videos I saw of pros hacking out, doing crazy things from all the tall grass. So I'm thinking, I got to get the ball in play. So my first goal is to work on a shot that I'm going to have that is going to get the ball in play. So that is the fairway finder, and my go-to for that is the stinger. By far a shot that Tiger Woods made popular. By the way, I want to hear what you thought of the match. Comment down below. I loved it, but I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. But that stinger shot that we saw Tiger do, I bought a 2-iron back in the day solely to hit it. Now I use a 3-iron driving iron. But it's one of those shots that if I need to get the ball in play, I go to it immediately. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what I looked for when I'm practicing as far as numbers, and also a couple of pointers of how I hit it to make sure I keep that ball down, keep it in play, and keep it driving so I'm not giving up too much yards to make sure I get the ball in the fairway. So let's head over to the range. Let's get talking about how we hit that stinger fairway finder. All right, so we're gonna break down the stinger by the numbers here. So again, if you're somebody that's practicing with numbers, what are you kind of looking at and what are you trying to control? So we've got our Mevo Plus out. We're gonna look at a couple of the parameters that I like to see. First off, you know, this is a pretty decent one I hit. I'm hitting these with a 3-iron. So I've got about 20 degrees of loft on this club, and it's just a driving iron. I think you're gonna typically hit this shot with a club like that. What I like too is you've got vertical launch. That's something we wanna manage. We wanna manage the height that the ball goes. So a normal 3-iron is going to be at about 10 degrees, all right? The height will be closer to 80, okay? So if we're closer to 80 feet, you know, we gotta definitely be cutting that off. How are we gonna do that? We've gotta control this angle of attack, okay? Angle of attack. And then we also have to control our spin loft. Spin loft, if you remember from our video prior, this is how much you're hitting down combined with the dynamic loft at impact of the club. So that's basically shaft lean combined with how much you're hitting down on the ball. If I'm gonna hit this shot, let's hit one for you. A couple of the keys that I'm looking for. If I'm gonna get that thing to launch under 10, I'm gonna move the ball back a little. I'm going to be releasing and turning down my knuckles, my lead knuckles, almost like I'm gonna hit a draw. You know, and that's gonna get the ball to start off really low. Now I overdid the draw on that one, but you can see launch is extremely low. That ball never got above 16 feet in the air. That's probably a little too low, but that's the idea that we're going for. If I'm really gonna hit one, I probably don't try to turn it down as much as I tried to show there, but again, ball slightly back, working on turning it down through the hit. It's a lot easier to hit a lower draw than it is a lower fade, but can be done. So that's something I work on. The one thing I would like to work a little better on is my angle of attack here. Spin loft was okay. I mean, I had that thing de-lofted as all could be, but I don't want to hit down on it as much. I want to be nice and level through this hit. I feel like I'm trying to be very level at the bottom, not hitting down on it too much. That one's gonna be a little better. Still hit down it on a little bit. So the height went up a little more. but 192 thing is rolling out to 204, I believe that says. Let's double check it. Yep, 204. So 12 yards of roll there. Ball 47 feet, not too bad. Half the distance of a normal, or half the height of a normal 3-iron. So not bad, but something I can work on as I go through. So still would like to work on a little bit of that angle of attack. See if we can be a little bit more shallow. That one was a little better, yeah. You can see angle of attack came down a little bit. 195 carry. Ball, again, getting up a little high. I'm not keeping my loft down as much, but still only 50 feet off the ground. Not too shabby. And this is a great club to work on because this is a great safety shot. Why would you learn this shot? Why should you look at it? One, I think you're going to learn a lot about controlling the ball. We're going to talk a lot about punch shots coming up, playing the course. Hey, guess what? You're working on that. The other thing I like is you're learning about what can you do as far as impact to the golf ball. What can you do to influence these numbers? And then lastly, this is a great safety shot. You know, 205 yards, a ball that's not super high in the air. Again, we'd be adding almost double the distance up in the air normally. So it's not going to get affected as much. And if I don't have to carry as much stuff, I want to get the ball kind of in play and keep the ball down, keeping it rolling. You're going to be a lot better off. Your misses are going to be smaller. Your good shots are going to be more in play. It's going to be really easy to control. So a great shot to start working on. Try to work on your kind of stinger fairway finder. Start trying to control vertical launch, angle of attack, the height, and that spin loft. See what you can do with those things. Let's see those good stingers posted up. I'd love to get tagged in a few as you try them. All right, let's go one more for the road here. Not bad, a little higher. I could feel that one, but again, 197, 20, what does that say? 209 there, so it's still stinging out there. Got it up just a hair, 208 on that one. Up just a hair, but again, that's my stinger. That's the fairway finder, and that's what we go to when we have to get it in play. All right, guys, so that is the stinger. Again, trying to keep that ball down. One of those things that I've just worked on it over time and through trial and error. Again, I used to think it was something you keep the spin off it. I don't think you keep the spin off it. You can't take too much spin off it, or else what happens is you just hit this little knuckling duck that doesn't do anything. So you have to have a little bit of spin to keep the ball airborne long enough, and you're trying to find that balance basically between too much spin and not enough spin. So this unit, great for doing that. Really love it. Get some feedback on what's going on and see what you can do. Hopefully those tips will help you sting it out there and find a few more fairways when you absolutely have to. So again, we're gonna be outside starting with this unit. We're excited to get out there. We've got some challenges with it that have been put forth towards us, so we're gonna try them out. Make sure you don't miss out on those. Click that subscribe button down below. And we look forward to sharing with you with our journey to Erin Hills, Whistling Straits, and we got plenty more travel coming up here, visiting some other people as we go through. So don't miss out on that. Again, thanks everybody for watching. We will see you in the next video. Peace.